Well Rooted is brought to you by Gerard and Associates CPAs. With locations throughout Los Angeles, Gerard and Associates has been guiding entrepreneurs and creatives towards realizing their dreams for over 20 years. Discover how they can support your vision at gerardcpa.com. Hey, it's Haneen, and I'm back with another episode of Well Rooted. Today, I am joined by the Ebraheem Al Samadi, star of Dubai Bling, founder of Forever Rose and Forever Rose Café. You guys don't want to miss this episode. It was so good. Just so much great insight, not only on business, not only on Dubai Bling, but on activism, on just his life journey with entrepreneurship, with his faith. It's such a beautiful episode. Can't wait for you guys to hear it. Nasser was so kind because he agreed to do this before I even launched the podcast.
Oh, really?
And I had like literally nothing.
I always do that too, actually. I always do.
I
I'm always the
appreciate
first.
that. Like, I mean, it's like if we don't do it for our own people, like, but he was so kind and like we did it. He was on tour at the time. And so it was a Zoom and I hadn't even launched yet. We did the interview. It was great. And now we have Ebraheem Al Samadi on the show. Thank you for being here. Welcome to Well Rooted.
Thank you.
How's your time in LA been?
Well, it's been nice. I've been enjoying it. It was, I've been here a few times, but for some reason, this trip initially was supposed to be just like kind of to disconnect and like a vacation. But
And here we are.
I think I'm allergic to vacations. Like it's never going to happen for me. So I just end up working almost every day.
Well, we appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying. Alhamdulillah.
That's good.
Yeah,
Alhamdulillah.
it's good to be productive.
Yeah. And if you're naturally productive.
I think it's just like it's just become my thing is to be productive, and I think I'm kind of attracted to productivity.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not productive, I find a way to be productive, and I end up putting things on my plate that I actually can't handle, but I try to fight it so I can do it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah.
That's admirable. I mean, and that contributes to your work ethic. Obviously, you're extremely successful.
Alhamdulillah.
And I want to get into all of that. But obviously, you're extremely well known because of Dubai Bling. And I wouldn't be doing you justice if we didn't talk about that first. So I am really interested to know how the cast came along. Like, how were you presented with the idea of Dubai Bling?
So initially, it's a Netflix original. So it was, I guess, like something that was suggested to Netflix because Middle East region doesn't really have a lot of Netflix originals. So they offered it, I believe, to Netflix, and then it was we all were casted. It wasn't that we were like applying to be on it. You know what I mean? Because I mean, who's gonna go apply to be on a show that people who are successful? You know, like it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Like people be on shows that people are desperate for fame, right? None of us were desperate for fame. We were just like, we said we were all offered this opportunity, and for me, I was told that it was gonna be called Dubai Life, and that it was a show about successful businessmen. So for me, I did not know it was a reality. It's a show for successful businessmen. That's all I thought. So I said I'll have a platform to talk about my business, and the actual person who recommended it to me was Nina Ali. She's on Real Housewives. She's a really good friend. So she was supposed to be on Dubai Bling, and they asked her like, "Do you recommend anyone that's any entrepreneur that you know?" She was like, "I recommend Ibrahim and her husband. That's the only businessman that she recommended for the show." And I end up going to Dubai Bling, and she ended up going to Real Housewives.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So you guys were all already running in the same circle and already friends before the show?
I think the way that it were casted is basically who's making a buzz in Dubai. You know, I was there, Nina Ali was there, Chris Fade, quite a big buzz, Mona Katan. These are all people who are like, you say Dubai, you know them. And now, when it comes to Arab Americans, somehow Ibrahim became the face of Dubai. Like they've associated me with Dubai.
I was gonna say I associate you with Dubai Bling. Like I feel like the show would fall apart if you were not on the cast anymore. Like no, honestly, okay, you, Safa, Zaina are my core. I love everyone on the cast.
You know what's so funny is that the same way you said it, Ibrahim, Safa, and Zaina is the exact same way that I hear everyone saying it.
Why do you think that is?
I think that, first of all, for me, I know what it takes, what reality TV needs. Being Arab American, being raised around reality TV. Second of all, Safa did her fair share in watching enough reality TV to know how it goes as well, because she was raised in the UK. And Zaina is just really good for the camera. Like even though me and Zaina had our fallouts and all, I have to be honest, and I think she makes a good character on the TV. Like, she might be a little bit cocky, a little bit arrogant, and a little bit like, شايفة حالها, but in the same instance, she's beautiful for the camera and she does deliver drama. Like, she's good for TV.
Yeah.
So even if I had the choice to remove her, I wouldn't remove her. I think she makes good TV.
So, like, what I'm hearing from you then is you're really devoted to the success of this TV show.
Yeah, if it's with me or without me, I don't care.
Yeah.
I invested a lot of time into it. And if I continue with it or if I don't continue with it, I still want it to succeed because it's something that I stamped my name with it. It's
That's
something,
true.
it's a
Yeah.
part of me. I don't want it to
Absolutely.
be all of me, but it is a part of me. I can't lie about that.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I don't know. You are like, to me, like we have talked about this, especially during the last season, like you have a really great understanding. I didn't know you were born in the state or that you grew up in the States, but you do have a really great understanding of what it takes to make great reality TV.
Exactly.
So now that you're saying you grew up here, I get it. You grew up with some of the best reality TV there is.
Jersey Shores
Jer-
and
Oh my God.
Snooki or Pookie, whatever they call her.
The OC.
And Big Brother and
Oh,
the OC,
yes.
and then those like
Did you ever watch The Real World?
The Real World,
Oh my God.
and more of the competition, like
Yeah.
the guys and the girls are blue and
MTV
red.
was insane.
Yeah,
Like
it was
it was
crazy.
insane back in the day.
One of my favorites was what's in reality? It was more like a hookup show. I think it was called Next.
Oh my God. How was that legal? How was that
That was
allowed?
an era that like
Insane.
everything goes like some ugly girl comes up and then like next, it's like that's so mean. Like
There's so much that happened in the early 2000s we can't get away with these
I
days.
think they kind of deleted it from social media also.
From history, they're like, this never happened.
Especially like, Jason meets my beautiful daughter. Then she comes out of the car like, ah. And he's like, thank God. Beautiful where? Beautiful who?
You would be great on that show.
What?
I feel like you'd be great on that show.
I would leave with no one.
You would
You'd be
leave
like,
with no one.
"Next,
You would be way
next."
too honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, like, editing has a lot to do with the end product of the show as well. Anything that goes on that was recorded but didn't make it to the final edit that you wish did?
So much. Like in season 3, there was, so basically, I agreed to do everything that I was supposed to do, which I wanted to do. But then there was like one scene that I gave Zaina back the company. Like, I gave it to her, we did a signing, and I hugged her and everything was saying they removed that part.
Yeah.
So I was left with this people saying, did you give her back the company? Did you? Because, we have to admit, it's a messed up thing what I did. Like, it was like,
Yeah.
here the lady's trying to do her own business and I'm over here like owning her company just to tease her. But for me, it was like just, like you care about your friend, but they're messy and you're picking up after them,
Wow. That's a good analogy.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I knew that if I didn't do it, then someone else will do it. You know what I mean? And I just wanted to tease her about it. Like, for me, it was a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always planning to give it back. Like, even the lawyer who did it for me, I told him like, listen, this is made to be transferred to her.
Okay.
But there was that scene that was been removed.
Yeah, you're right. They never gave us closure on that.
Yeah. So I'm giving you closure now.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
thank you. Appreciate that. No, I saw this interview that you also did in Dubai where you were asked about, the rumors of the show being fake or it's not real. Obviously, you're not playing characters, you're yourselves. And your comeback was, well, if this is fake, then I deserve an Oscar for it because it's me.
Well, I'm here in LA now, so
Yeah,
Oscar's not too far away.
It ain't too far. We can go get you that Oscar after
or
this.
Emmys or something.
Yeah,
Some type
something,
of
a Golden
award.
Globe. Like, just
Yeah.
give this man an award, please.
Yeah, I need it. I really need it.
Yeah.
I'm honest. Like, I think I'm more spontaneous and more funny than half the celebrities out here. I'm so sorry to be blunt.
You are so much more real than 75% of the people in
really
LA.
entertaining. I never get bored from myself, honestly.
I don't blame you.
I shock myself every time. You ever see someone laugh at their own jokes? That's me.
I do that sometimes.
Yeah. I talk to myself.
Are you an Aquarius?
No, I'm a Capricorn, but I don't
Oh.
really believe in star signs.
Okay.
I mean, I know, listen, I've read about Capricorns and it is much like me.
Okay.
Like, honestly.
Yeah.
But I like to develop I don't want something what someone else wrote from before to give my impression of what I think about someone. I want to know that person, not
Okay.
based on what I've read about them.
Okay.
Because I do believe like attraction of law and type of like manifestation.
Yeah.
And if you've already read something about someone, then you're gonna go down believing it. So I'd rather just discover you of who you are and not what people or what something says you are.
Yeah,
Does that make
absolutely. No, it
sense?
makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Because sometimes even
People get
people,
lost in translation.
they get lost in translation, even when it comes to themselves. So it's like
Yeah.
if my horoscope said this today,
Yeah.
then you just go in believing
Yeah.
that.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it's just a whore, not a horoscope.
Yeah. And that too. That's hilarious. No, you are a party. Like, what's like?
I
Bring on the
know.
drinks. um, yeah. So going back to Dubai Bling, and going back to that Oscar comment, and just you just being real, 100% on the show. Do you think that people watching the show walk away with a very accurate depiction of
No, I
who
mean
you
I do
are?
accept. I know some people don't like me. That's okay. I don't expect everyone to like me. I have enough people who likes me. I don't need more. But the only one thing that I've always promised people, including my fans and my family, that I will always be who I am. That includes if I have to talk about a certain situation that's happening in the globe, humanitarian wise. If it's any situation that I feel I want to speak about, I'm going to speak about because I believe that, you know, God, Allah has made everyone unique. And I just see too many influencers pretending to be someone that they're not, just because they think that that's what everyone wants. But their balance of the life or the world, it's so diverse.
Yeah.
When Allah created each one of us unique in the way we look, in the way we act, in the way we speak, in the way everything what we do, there is someone in the world that would like us.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always like you see like the most random couple, like you see like a really like a big guy that's overweight and he's with this model girl, and you see it vice versa. Everyone likes what they like, you know what I mean? But when you're fake and then you pretend to be something that you're not just for the acceptance of the audience, they're gonna figure you out eventually. So if you look at Dubai Bling from season 1 to season 3, I guarantee you that there's a few characters on there that have changed tremendously, and it's not the same person because they were pretending to be someone that they're not.
They were pretending, or they still are.
They were and still are, but you can
Okay.
see the change of personality.
Mm-hmm.
Just take one clip of one of the people from season 1, 2, and 3. Same person. Take the same clip and play it after each other. You're gonna find a different person on each clip.
Yeah, I'm thinking of someone really specific
It's
right
actually
now.
3 or 4 people. It's
Yeah.
more than one. It's not just
Yeah.
one. Okay? Then look at me. Ibrahim is constantly Ibrahim until I am here.
You're reliable. Like, we
Yeah.
know what to expect.
Yeah. I am random, but
Yeah.
I'm also like, filter. There's no filter. I'm always looking for entertainment. There is some drama. I'll make you happy. You'll cry. You'll laugh. There's always something. So the viewer is constantly interested. And I'm not doing it on purpose. That's actually my personality. I
Yeah.
shock myself with the things that I come up with.
Yeah. And a lot of is it like in the moment, like while you're
It's always
recording?
in the moment. I cannot fake it.
Yeah.
Even when I try, like even if the guys know, no, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that must be really hard too, because you're in the moment, you're not playing a character again, you're
Mm-mm.
yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and there's emotion tied to that. And you react just like a human being reacts in every situation.
Exactly.
And then it's like months later, you're having to watch this and then
Yeah.
hear everyone else's reaction to
100%.
whatever it is.
And there was one cast member. I'm not gonna mention her name. She would always like after every scene, she will call. Like we're not supposed to speak to each other during
Okay.
like we should not tell each other what's happening. So therefore, it's
Okay.
naturally comes on camera.
All right.
So let's say, for example, like two people were on a scene, and then they were talking about me. You're not supposed to come and tell me that what they said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to find out on my scene, which can be 2, 3 days later, about what was said about me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would actually get angry when someone comes and tells me, by the way, she said, I'm like, don't tell me.
Mm-hmm.
You need to see my natural reaction, what I'm going to say to you, and I don't want to act it. I
Right.
can easily act, but
Yeah.
I don't want to because it'll be lying to the audience. The audience are watching reality, so they're expecting you to be natural.
Yeah.
So I will be cheating. I will be cheating at my job, and my job is to deliver you reality.
And it just wouldn't be as good.
It wouldn't be as good. I mean, I can make it, but it won't be that the way I want it.
Of course.
I know when I'm acting,
Right.
but people usually don't know when I'm acting.
Yeah. There's never been a time where
Yeah.
I felt And that's what's so insane, especially about this
Yeah.
last season, is that it felt real. Like
Yeah.
everything just really felt real. He never watches he is my husband, sorry. Like
Where'd
he
he
just walked
go?
out. He got a phone call. And he like will
Is
never
he
like
making money deals?
he better like
Or he's
why
talking to his other wife?
okay, Ibrahim, what are you trying to start?
I'm
Like
just saying.
I'm just saying, oh, you know what? We're
It's
good.
possible.
It is possible. How
It's
do I find
okay.
out?
Tap his phone.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got an application. I can help you.
Okay.
I got you.
Well, when I talked to Nassid, he gave me some good advice. He
Which
told me
is,
to look, yours that girls are
well, I
supposed
don't
to
think,
look.
honestly, I don't think you'll have another wife because I don't think you find anyone more beautiful than you.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I
And I'm not
can.
acting.
Okay. And I
Look at my
believe you.
eyes.
I believe you. And we are done. Thank you for being here today. I got everything I need. No, that's a big compliment coming from you. The side note, your skin is like gorgeous. Like,
It's a filter.
no, it's not a filter. Like maybe off camera, you got to tell me. Yeah, you got to tell me what you're doing. Like,
Honestly, nothing.
really?
Yeah, like, I mean, a lot of companies send me a lot of their products, but I mean, yeah, I do some, like, what they call it, hyaluronic acid, stuff like that.
Mhm.
Do facials here and there, but I think sometimes less is more.
Okay.
And being with a trusted dermatologist, a trusted clinic is very important, you know? And I think people end up doing too much. And I think the biggest problem for ladies is because they put a lot of makeup on. So I
Mhm.
would say like chill with the makeup.
Yeah.
Like only wear makeup if you really have to. Don't wear it daily, you know? Like
Yeah.
choose some days to give your face, let your face breathe.
Yeah. I honestly wear it when I record.
Yeah.
Because I didn't.
I saw you without makeup and you're still beautiful.
Thank you. That's so kind. Thank
Yeah.
you. That's so nice to
So
hear.
next time that you're gonna be recording and if I'm gonna be here, then you don't have to wear makeup because
Okay. Thank
I
you.
see outer beauty and inner beauty.
Okay. My mom told me I look really pale like one time when she watched it.
But pale is beauty. Like,
Yeah.
come on, like it's beautiful to be pale.
Oh,
It's
thank
beautiful to
you.
be have a color. Everyone's unique. Everyone's
Everyone's
special.
unique. You're
And you're
right.
always gonna find people who like pale people, who like dark people. It's all like the balance is there. We just
Yeah.
have
No,
to
you're
like
right.
we have to embrace the balance, you
You're
know?
right.
And that's why the way I am is because I can't be any other way.
Yeah.
Like I can't be any other than what I am right now. Like I, I'm happy being who I am. Like there's no hidden
Mm-hmm.
personality. There's no hidden, I'm not covering anything up. This is exactly who I am.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that. People are like, no, you're covering something. I'm like, okay, whatever tickles your fancy, you think that, buddy. But I'm telling you, I'm at a point in my life, in my success, with an American passport, I can live anywhere I want in the world. I can do
Mm-hmm.
anything I want. So obviously I am me.
Right.
I'm not someone that I don't want to be.
Yeah. And you know what it is too is authenticity is very rare. And when someone is not only authentic, but to have a good grip on what makes you authentic and you know how to use that to your advantage, that's very
Mm-hmm.
scary to some people. Like it's very
Mm-hmm.
intimidating
Of
because a
course.
lot of people don't possess
Also,
that.
personalities are intimidating.
Yeah.
So, for example, I remember one guy, like he's a real good friend of mine from Qatar, and he was like, "Bro, like, why do you dance? It's so cringy when you're dancing." And he says that because he can't dance. So for him, he's shy to dance, or he
Right.
needs a drink to dance, or he needs to be
Yeah.
high to dance, you
Yeah.
know? But for me, I never drink alcohol in my life, okay? I don't do drugs. And I can, if you put music on, I can dance on top of this table. Well, this table won't hold me, but
No,
I'll
maybe
dance on
not.
top of this chair.
Yeah.
I don't care because I don't care what anyone thinks. I'm dancing because I'm makes me happy. I'm moving my body. I'm laughing. I'm enjoying life. I don't care what you think.
Yeah.
As long as I'm not being disrespectful to who's around me, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
Exactly.
me.
As you should.
Yeah.
And I really don't like that mentality of like so I think
Is
you and
that
I
a real diamond?
that is a real diamond.
Your husband got it for you?
He did. This is my third.
You thought what, marriage?
No. My third ring because I
What happened to the other two?
the first one I lost when I was pregnant because I was like so
How many
swollen.
times you got pregnant?
3.
Oh, so that's why it's 3 times. Each time you got
No.
pregnant, you lost one?
No, no, but that's a great idea though. I should have done that.
Okay.
But like the first one, like I lost, we were moving, I was pregnant. The second
If I
one,
was a woman, I
uh-huh.
will lose my ring every day.
And
And I'll tell him, give me another one.
that's not about like that's a really
Yeah.
good life
Just
lesson.
resell it and then keep the money. Don't tell
Yeah.
him about it.
And just like I need a bigger one now
You know, I think because the more you spend his money, the more he won't spend it on anyone
on
else.
anyone else. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I tell myself
That's
every
what you should
morning
do.
when
Yeah.
I wake up.
Just word advice from me.
Yeah. Did Safa tell you
No,
that?
no, but I'm a businessman, so I'm just trying to give you some tips.
Yeah, yeah. No, I Keep his pockets empty.
Mm-hmm.
But no, we actually we live in LA, so we got a little burglary happening last year.
What
So
they steal?
purses and jewelry,
Materialistic things. At
materialistic
least you're
things.
safe.
Alhamdulillah, we weren't
Yeah.
here, and that's what matters. Yeah. No, كل
Yeah.
شيء بتعود
Easily.
easily.
Plus, it's like a refreshment. You can get new things.
And it was a refreshment.
Look
It
at
was
the
like a
positive
spring
side.
cleaning. Yeah, it was literally a spring cleaning for us.
Maybe the person who really needed it. Maybe he was.
Maybe they did, and that's what
Maybe his mom had cancer and she
that's what I tell
needed.
myself. I'm like, you know what?
If they really needed it, then
if they were that desperate to,
yeah.
because it's a thing in LA, and I'm like, if they were that desperate, then maybe there's a lot going on here too.
But if I was like gonna steal something, I'll steal something a lot bigger. Like I'll go like for like a big old diamond, like the one in the movies.
Like I'm like, this is not.
Like I'm not gonna go to hell for stealing purses.
Exactly.
Like I'm gonna go to hell for like stealing the world's largest diamond. I think it's just dumb.
Exactly.
Whoever stole her purses, you dumb.
Yeah.
I said it.
Yeah. Thank you, Ebraheem.
Yeah.
Ebraheem thinks you're dumb. If Ebraheem thought I was dumb, you guys, I would jump off a cliff. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm
like,
just saying.
I would not want to stay here.
Mm-hmm. How much you make off her purses? 100,000, 200,000?
No way.
Was it really worth it?
Was it worth it? And then we're gonna edit that. Could be a message to the burglars.
A message to the burglar. Give it to someone who deserves. Donate the money to Palestine. Okay.
There you go. Oh my God. Yes.
She doesn't want her purses back. Just donate it to Palestine.
Donate the purses to Palestine.
And everything, and we'll forgive you.
We will forgive you. God will forgive you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But getting back. So let's move on
to.
Is
that you?
Okay. So that's me.
How did I know?
How did same smile?
Yeah. So what are you doing with your fingers? Are you looking for your ring? What's happening?
Maybe. I'm like, one day there will be a big diamond here.
Are you counting how many days you're going to go to travel? I don't know. Like,
I'm just like, when can I like stop posing for this photo? Like that my parents, yeah, that's me.
You had a big mouth.
I've always had a big mouth.
Why always little girls wear that same stupid socks and shoes?
I know. My mom made me that dress out of a Palestinian
why the socks
flag.
have to be like that? Why can't they just go up?
Because that's just how we did it back in the day. Like, and it had little ruffles on it.
Cute.
My mom made me that dress out of a Palestinian flag.
Oh, that's so sweet. She's creative.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it here in America?
It was here in America in Houston.
So she went to Michael's to buy it?
I don't know where she bought that from. They were like in this troop, like back in the day.
Troop?
So back in the day, like here in America, no, quite the opposite.
I'm scared right now.
There was like this Palestinian, like, it was an organization that basically they'd go around touring to different states and they would have protests. Back in the day, it was just us.
In Florida, we used to do protests every day.
Right.
Every Friday.
And it was just us for a long time, right? It was just the Palestinian
Arab American Association did it every Friday in Florida. We used to do it all the time.
All the time.
Before October the 7th.
Exactly. Decades. Like we grew up doing that.
Yeah, that's what the highlight of our week actually. We were so happy that we're doing such a nice humanitarian cause and getting our cardio steps in.
There you go.
And screaming our lungs out.
Yeah. See, most people are not taking advantage of all of this. And they should be. But anyways, that's the story behind this picture.
It's really cute, but it's kind of scary because it looks like a coffin.
It does. Should I like change it?
It's just too dark.
Okay.
I think you just like, it just looks like it's just like a Halloween. I don't know.
Okay. You know what I notice sometimes?
It's just a bit scary. Like it's not happy. It looks like a pole. Like it has a lot of darkness to it.
Okay, Ebraheem. Thank you for that feedback.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, we'll fix it then.
I don't have to stop. You can tell me to stop.
Anyway, but let's move on to Forever Rose.
Forever Lopes? Are you retaliating now?
Forever Rose London.
Okay.
I know that was you acquired Forever Rose London first. Yeah. Yes. Tell us what the motivation for that was.
Make money.
Make money.
No, I love trends. So there's a trend when it comes to like luxury florists, and no, not luxury florists, like luxury businesses. So if you know, like the whole business trend before was like, well, the whole businesses that we know, like let's say burgers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So burgers 20 years ago was like McDonald's and Burger King, right? But then the consumer wants something more. So then these like homegrown pop-up burgers start to come up. There was one out of LA that was called Fat Burger.
Mm-hmm.
That came to Dubai. That's the first like better burger concept. And then Shake Shack came, and then we created one called Big Smoke Burger. And then it was that. So then I was like, wait, if we're gonna make burgers better, if we're gonna make coffee better, why don't we make flowers better? Mm-hmm. So then that's when I developed the concept of Forever Rose.
Amazing.
And then I made a cafe as well because I saw a trend of cafes, of trendy cafes, that we did Forever Rose Cafe.
The cafe you opened your first cafe or the cafe you opened it in 2020
Yeah,
during the
two, three
pandemic.
months, 2 months before COVID.
Okay.
Yeah, that was really like I was like people were traveling just to come to our cafe. Then suddenly COVID came and like ruined us, but we got back up on our feet real quick.
Where,
Alhamdulillah.
alhamdulillah, where did the concept for that cafe come out from?
So
Because it's so
I
unique.
was in a trade show in Paris called Maison d'Objet, which is a place where designers go for like interior design. And they gave us a booth for free. Our nearest shop at that time was in London, so I took the products myself on a train to London with my assistant, and we shipped the booth display, and it was all black and white because I drew
Mm.
it, and my artist, my designer thought that I wanted it black and white. But then it came out nice because when it was all black and white and the rose only pops, it was amazing. So people started to come take photos. And then I was like, wait, if people are coming to take photos, why don't we make this into a cafe? So I called the landlord. I'm like, I need a location. They're like, we need a presentation.
Hmm.
I'm like, have I ever failed you guys? They're like, no. Give me the location. I'll make the presentation. I want it. That was in October. We opened in January.
Oh, wow. That was
And
really
it's my first
fast.
actual F&B business that I started by myself. So we're going now 5 years strong,
Hmm.
and we just started doing franchises internationally. We sold some franchises in New York, Washington, Toronto, Istanbul, Sydney, and Morocco were in negotiation.
Hmm.
And these are like, my dream is coming true. I want to build like 100, 200 franchises worldwide. And then I want to sell half of the company because I wanted to open another company that's just for creativity. I want people to take advantage of my brain because I'm extremely creative. I can create any concept you want, put it on paper, create the logo, create everything about it in like less than an hour. So I want people to be able to take advantage of that so they can also open their own businesses. So I wanted to open like more of a creative agency as well, help people to do what I did.
That's
Because
amazing.
when we all win, like when everyone is able to take a piece of the pie, then we all win.
Yeah,
Because my friends are my customers and my community are my customers. So if I give back to them, they initially give back to me. Then it's a non-ending cycle of giving.
absolutely. And that's something we talk about quite often is really building and recycling the wealth within the MENA and
Yeah,
Arab
100%.
community.
Not just that, I think we need to add one more community is very important, honestly. One thing I don't like about Arabs, especially in this part, everything's about Arabs, 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 but Pakistanis are amazing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Pakistanis, Indians, Bangladeshis,
The
these
the
are
global
amazing.
south is in
I
general.
think we need to bring them with us. Like
Yeah.
Arabs need to stop being so silly sometimes and bring these and understand they're so amazing. Like honestly, I'm not gonna lie, Pakistanis in London stood up for Palestine more than the Arabs did, more than the
Wow.
Palestinians did. And I saw this with my own eyes. They were out there protesting. People lost their jobs, so much. So we need to. It's like I'm gonna say I don't care if I'm the person, the ambassador for bringing Pakistan to be a part of the rest of the Middle East,
Hmm.
but these are amazing people who really do love us.
Yeah.
And yeah, they might speak another language, but they follow the same religion, and they're really good people. Yeah, they could be somewhat annoying when it comes to, oh, we only eat halal meat and all this and blah blah blah, and might have conflicts on some different things. But in the end, I'm tired of seeing this separation. I think the West want this because when we're together, we're stronger. I remember in Florida when we used to go for Eid prayer, every time Eid for Pakistanis would be different than the Arabs. And I'm like, what the hell? Well, I enjoyed the benefit. I had two Eids and I got double the money, but it wasn't cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want them to be together. Like they need to be together because if we're together, we're stronger. Like Pakistan is amazing. The culture is amazing. Indians are amazing. Bangladeshis are amazing. But we just have to bring this unity together. They're literally across the Gulf of Arabia. They're just right there.
Yeah.
And Iranians, Persians,
Yeah, absolutely. And Afghanis
and
and
Afghanis.
yeah.
Yeah, it gets more and more like the whole Middle East, Asia, all even Indonesia, Malaysia.
Mm-hmm.
These are all like we need to unite more. You
Yeah.
know, understand, respect each other's cultures, understand it more. Bring their cuisine. Like in Indonesia, there's an amazing cuisine called there's amazing food called beef rendang. It's the most
Mm.
amazing. You didn't know,
No.
but you should have because like these people, like basically everyone who goes to Umrah needs to be like together
Yeah.
and with the Christians too, like the Palestinian Christians, the Lebanese Christians, because we're all together, like all of us.
Yeah.
We got to create this like I want to create this community not called Middle East, called Middle Asia.
Yeah. I mean, Middle East is like the colonizers' word anyways, so
Mm.
we should
We need
rebrand.
to unite.
Yeah. Unite and rebrand.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And marry each other.
And then
Mix
and
all of it.
everyone get married.
Yeah, like a big old pot. Like a
Yeah.
big old gumbery.
Come-
By the way, your husband's back.
My husband's back.
He's
Sam is
smirking
back.
at us.
Yeah, he's loving this.
Who were you talking to?
Doing some work.
Oh, he's doing some work. That's
Oh.
what they all say.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving here to cause drama.
We know you love the drama.
She knows.
Preparing my trip to Coachella.
Yeah.
He's going to
I'm
Coachella
too.
tomorrow. Are you going?
Yeah, I'm going. Wait, it's tomorrow?
So
It's Friday.
he's if you want to go with him, you can go with
I have a
him
driver.
tomorrow. He has a limo. That's taking
Yeah.
him. I mean, you can party limo with
I
Sam.
need to get him a ticket because I have an artist ticket.
He
I
has.
need to get
So
him.
does he. Do you want him to get? Do you want him?
I have an artist ticket. He needs to get in with me. Anything. I have an
Do you want an
artist
artist
guest,
band?
not the A1.
Okay. I'll get you the address now.
You can?
Yeah. This guy does not miss a
way.
Coachella. He was on the stage with Beyonce.
Shut- You
On the
really-
stage with Beyonce.
Can I hug you right now? I'm like, thank you so much. You see, you do nice things and then you get nice things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Absolutely.
honestly, I'm only going because I'm friends with the mother of the DJ Ahmed Spins.
Oh.
So I literally came to LA to promote
no
him.
way.
Yeah, I've been
Oh.
and I went the first time and I was by myself, walking around my vibe, honestly, but I
Yeah.
really respect this family, Ahmed Spin's family. They're really nice to me and we're working on some business together and I literally came just to support him. But I was
That's
alone.
so nice.
I even have my outfit that because his mom owns a brand called 100. It's an amazing brand.
Is it based in Dubai?
It's based in Morocco. She's
Oh,
from Morocco.
okay, cool.
So she owns the malls there, like all the malls, and she's the distributor for Dior and for LV and Gucci and Fendi. She has Forever Rose Cafe. She's opening our cafe, so she also has a brand called 100, which is a really nice brand. So I was supposed to wear that for it, but I had no one take pictures of me there. So I was like, I just stayed for an hour and left.
Oh,
Yeah, and there was a lot of weirdness happening. So
it's a weird situation.
I saw like this guy and girl, like they were both wearing like bikinis, but the guy was wearing a bikini and there was a cow. They were wearing cow bikinis.
The cow pattern's really in, and I don't get it.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
was wearing a bikini, but he had nowhere to put his thingy.
So okay.
It was just too much. It was too much,
You just-
and
yeah.
I didn't understand. I was a bit weird. I was a bit afraid of my own safety there. So yeah, but I am interested in the future, maybe to have a pop-up of my cafe there because it was really. I thought the business was really booming there.
That's a really smart idea. I feel like
Yeah.
it's been a lot of like branding that's been happening the past couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know the Coachella team and everything.
Yeah.
Nice. So you are going there on which behalf?
We're going tomorrow night till Sunday.
But with who?
Group.
The artist is under who? The one that you getting artist pass
It's like someone in production. One from the production.
with the production. Okay, cool. That's nice to know.
Yeah. At least if you won't end up alone if you need. a
No,
friend.
he's gonna come with me.
Oh, you're gonna be there.
if I
Okay,
was-
perfect.
I'm not
And
gonna
now
go
you'll get
alone.
a
I was like,
wristband.
if he doesn't come, I'm not going.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
No, that's perfect.
Thank you.
That's great. Okay, it worked
He
out.
also works as a bodyguard too, so in case anything
Oh,
happens.
really?
Yeah.
Were you at the event the other night
Which
at,
event?
at Jackson Market? Or
No, he arrived the day. No, he arrived that night. We went to the
Oh,
airport
okay,
after. He
okay.
came in from Las Vegas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's his first time in America.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Well,
my friend from
welcome.
Dubai.
Welcome.
He gives me all the advice for like gymming and stuff.
Yeah,
He
you
was so
seem-
happy today in Muscle Beach seeing all those people there.
And Venice.
Yeah.
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 We live close to there, to like
Yeah?
Venice. Yeah, it's like
I'll
LA
just
is.
the broadcast. I'll go get him a ticket.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, do your phone call. This is all being recorded, but yeah, awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
But LA is interesting because there's like different pockets, right? So it's like Venice and Santa Monica are so different than like Beverly Hills, and so it's really interesting. But I'm glad that you like it. Like I'm glad that you've gone. I'm sure you come a lot, but I like that you go to all the different areas and not just stay
Yeah.
in Beverly Hills.
No, I have like if I think if a doctor talks to me, I might have some form of ADHD.
I
Like,
think a lot of successful people do. I think my
Yeah.
husband does too.
yeah, I just can't sit in one place. Like I
Yeah.
need to like get up and do something. And like today I went to go look at locations for Forever Rose, and then I was in Venice and I was here, I was there. Like even people like who don't know me, like the driver who's with me, he's been with me for a week. Like he says, I've never seen anyone as productive as you.
Mashallah, that's really great.
Yeah.
That's a great quality to have.
Because when you're busy, I think when you stay busy, you stay focused,
Mm-hmm.
you learn more, and you achieve more, and you just keep on winning. You keep winning, 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 winning.
It's
You
an
know what I mean?
addictive feeling.
It is.
Success.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think makes you successful aside from that?
My mom's dua.
I I was hoping you'd bring her up.
I can't wait to see. I'm gonna see her on Sunday.
When you go back to home to
No, I'm
Dubai.
going to Orlando.
Oh, is
She's
she
in
there right
Orlando, yeah.
now? Oh, she's
So
gonna
she
love
doesn't
that.
travel alone. So she came with one of my brothers, and I'm gonna take her back. So someone has to carry her purse and carry her
Yeah,
bag, entertain her,
of course.
get her
No,
whatever she
you're a great son,
wants.
mashallah.
Yeah, I love her
Yeah,
with all
and
my
I
heart.
I think the dua of the mother plays a big role in
Honestly,
everyone's
it's if your
life.
mom is not happy with you, you don't got any chance in life. Mm-mm.
I agree 100%.
Mm-mm. Especially if your mom passed away and she's mad at you. You done.
That's
There's no
tough.
repenting from that. My uncle, his mom passed away mad at him, and he's been a loser his whole life.
It's
He
sad, but
cannot
it's
win. He
true.
cannot win.
Yeah.
So رضا الوالدين is a real thing. Everyone out there, as you watching this podcast, if you haven't spoke to your mom or your daddy, you pick up that phone, you call them. Oh shit, I have to call my dad.
You have to call your dad
I
now.
reminded myself.
Yeah.
He called me this morning 4 times. I had to call him back.
Is he in
He's
Kuwait,
in Dubai.
Dubai? Dubai. Um, yeah, no, you did something really sweet for my mom the other night too. But
I did.
I had you like just do like a birthday message for her,
Oh,
and that like made her day. Like I don't think the rest of us matter now. I think it's
where is
just
she?
she's in Texas. I'm
Okay.
from Texas.
So what's her name went to Texas now? Kanafa Queen.
Fatima, and
Yeah.
I'm going tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we're going to like two different events.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice,
yeah,
nice. Give her
yeah.
my salam.
Sorry.
Give your mom my
Oh,
salam.
thank you. Allah Yasalamak. Thank you. That's so sweet. Um, I want you to talk a little bit about how you got this like entrepreneurial business mindset of yours. I know you started young. And I'm just curious, and I would really like for you to kind of share how that side of you developed.
So initially it happened by mistake actually, when I was actually able to make an actual money from a certain service or product. All my life, since I was like 3, 4 years old, I've always was out to be different than my siblings.
Mm-hmm.
My mom would tell me like I was like 4 years old when I first told her like I finished all my chores that you told me. I cleaned all my clothes. I put away all my toys, everything that I was able to do.
Mm-hmm.
But she told me to do like put your toys in the bucket,
Yeah.
sit down, fold your clothes, whatever it is. I finished it. Then I'm like I can do more if you pay me.
Mm.
And I was doing that like all the time because I always like to have money. And
Yeah.
then my money was not to save. It was always keeping money to buy other people things.
Mm.
I genuinely like to see people happy. And if it was to buy them something for their birthday or to surprise them with a birthday cake, whatever it is, I love doing that, right? So as I got older, difficulties came on our family when my parents got divorced. And that's when my world came crashing. I'm like, what? I have to choose. Do I stay with my mom or my dad?
Mm-hmm.
My brothers want to stay with my dad. So I had to go to with my mom. Like no one went with her, then she was leaving the house with my little sister by herself. So I wanted to protect her. So I went with her. We left our villa in Florida and we moved into a studio apartment with no furniture. I had a lot of clothes. I started selling my clothes on eBay. I remember selling one pair of jeans for $20. I bought it for 10. I sold it for 20. Was
Mm-hmm.
my mom like, Mom, I sold it for $20. She's like, so what? I'm like, I still have the tag on. I can go buy more. So I went back to Marshalls and I bought another two jeans. So 20 made 40 and 40 made 80 and 80 made 160. And that was the beginning of my business venture until today. Never got a loan
Mm.
from a bank, never business partner, never took money from my parents. It was all self-funded. I was able to buy my mom a car when I was 15,
MashaAllah.
mashallah, and I ended up buying myself a car afterwards. And I've been constantly driven to succeed for my family. And once I succeeded for my family, I wanted to succeed for my employees. I want my employees to have a salary. So I started to increase the employees and increase. Now we're at about 450 employees internationally. That's without counting factories that produce stuff for us. And we're constantly growing. And I love business because for my creativity, I'm able to give people a livelihood. And
Yeah.
those 400 some employees have families all over the world that they support. So I'm a lot more than just Ibrahim. I joke, I have fun, whatever. And everything I make for the company is for the company and it expands. But now, since Dubai Bling, whatever I make for myself, I keep it.
Yeah.
So if I make money from being on Dubai Bling, I keep it.
Yeah.
If I have a brand deal, like for collaboration, I keep it. So I
Yeah.
don't mix my personal money with my company's money because my company is its own person.
Mm-hmm.
It's an entity that delivers to the employee. So I can't take money from that
Right.
because I want to keep growing that. I want people to, for one location to be 2 and 3 and 4. So that's its own person.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a lot more happy now because I'm able to also make myself happy and to give the luxuries that I deserve because I work so hard for them. And I'm able to donate my own money instead of just donating the money from the company, you know?
Yeah. And it's really smart to keep those two things separate as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. No, I mean, that story is really, that's the story that every mother wants to hear. Like,
Yeah.
as I'm listening to it, like, we talk a lot about entrepreneurship at our house just because my husband will sit there and, like, try to teach the kids, like, oh, this is what I'm working on, this is what we're doing, just so they have that sort of mindset.
Yeah.
But I feel like learning about it or hearing about it and then actually executing on it like you did are two different things.
100%. And I think, I believe in a few things. There's a few philosophies I have in my mind and in my life that I think people can learn from is winners keep winning and losers keep losing. So when you keep winning, you constantly want to win and we keep doing wrong. So you have to find either dramatic change that you twist just to get out of that failure mode.
Mm-hmm.
It might take a big dramatic decision that might be risky, like maybe going to consult a doctor and see what's wrong with you. Why are you losing? How can you forget your childhood traumas or whatever it is to make you successful? Because when you keep going down a dark path, it continues. So you have to cry for help at the right point.
Mm-hmm.
I live my life by three main rules, our three main metaphors, our three main things, and it all goes back to the religion. One is عسى أن تكرهوا شيء فهو خير لكم وعسى أن تحبوا شيئا فهو شر لكم. What that means is don't love something so much because it could be bad for you, and don't hate something so much because it could be good for you. And it's very important to think about and reflect, what does that mean? And it can mean to be in your love life, it can be in a business. So if you have a business opportunity or a job opportunity and you love it so much because you're sold on the idea, don't love it so much because it could be bad for you.
Mm-hmm.
So it means that do the right thing. Like, think about the pros and the cons and don't just love it so much because it could be bad for you. Then they say
Right.
something, don't hate something so much because it could be good for you. So let's say if your parents bring you someone that is, let's say, arranged marriage, and you're like, no, I hate this because I don't like the guy, but did you give the guy a chance?
Mm-hmm.
He could be good for you. He could be better for you than who you have in mind.
Exactly.
So a lot of girls are sitting there, they're attracted to the man, right? Because they like his physical appearance, the way he looks.
Right.
But he's bad for her. Why? Because he's a loser and he can't provide and he's always in trouble. And the girl's attracted to that. So when you be with him, let's say you decided to leave your parents and to marry that guy, after a few years the attraction goes away and you're stuck with the brain and the
Right.
person. And then they realize, like, crap, I didn't do anything in my life except bounce with him in the room.
No, literally. It's like some people will marry who they want in that moment, not who's going to be good for them
Not only
5
that,
years down the
they
road.
tell you, listen to your heart. How do you know you're listening to your heart?
I don't
Your
know.
heart's gonna say, I'm saying this. No, that's not your heart. That's something else. It's a little bit lower than your heart.
Yeah, no,
This is
exactly.
dumb.
Yeah.
Like, girl, like, come on, get your shit together.
No, and then that's honestly, I've given this advice to other women and other girls. I was very logical with my approach, but there's something like when it comes down to it, you have to be comfortable. Like your body will know, like your heart, like you'll feel
You
calm
know what it
around the
says in
person.
Islam? It says in Islam, when you choose your partner, al-qabul. You know what it means, qabul? That it has to be acceptable.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that it doesn't say that you have to get your exact type.
Mm-hmm.
It says that person should be acceptable.
Yes,
It doesn't have to be the perfect one, because there's no such thing as a perfect one.
of course.
It should be acceptable. Can you wake up next to this person every morning?
Mm-hmm. No, you're absolutely right. A lot of people focus on like checking off
All
a
the
list.
boxes, and then they never get married.
And that box has nothing to do with like who's gonna actually give you the life you want
I
to
remember one
live.
girl, I told her, she's like, I was like, what's wrong with the guy? She's like, I don't like his feet. I'm like, are you freaking
Ay,
serious?
ay,
Put
ay.
socks on them. I don't know, like, cover
Like
them.
men are just cringy. Like they're like, give me a man that like aside from like from you, you're mashallah like
Listen, you can talk about men, bad about men all you want. I don't give a shit.
you don't associate with
I don't
them. You're
associate.
like
I'm not in
I'm
that
not one of
category.
them.
I'm in no one's category. I'm in my own
Exactly.
category.
But men are like can be very embarrassing and cringy a lot of the times. Like women are just always gonna be a little bit, like I don't, like there's girls that will keep lists of cringes that they see in like their man, and it's like they all have them.
Let me tell you something. The thing is, the best thing to do is to, this is what I do, right? I'm not saying like I'm the last person to be speaking about this because I had 3 failed marriages. But my failed marriages doesn't have to do with who I chose to be with. My failed marriages have to do with how stubborn I am. And I admit it. I am stubborn.
You're self-aware.
I think, yeah, I'm self-aware, but I'm stubborn because all what I received in my life and all my success came from my own brain.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to let any lady come there and take it from me.
Mm.
See, the thing is when women meet a man, they think they can change them.
That's really,
It's wrong because
yeah.
when I agreed with my last wife, I'm like, you're not going to change me. Let's agree on this. This is who I am. You
Yeah.
either take it or you leave it. And she tricked me. She said, I'm gonna support you in everything you want
That
to do.
happens a lot.
Yeah.
That happens a lot.
So she didn't trick anyone but herself because I can move on.
Mm-hmm.
I was her first marriage, so she's gonna be labeled as divorced. I've been divorced already 2 times. So she ruined it for herself, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, one has to be honest with themselves
You have to
as
be
well as
honest.
the
And I
other
made everything
person.
clear before we got married, but then she's like, no. You can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do it. Does not work that way. So, but a little bit of advice that I give people is, and I gave this to my sister and it really worked in her marriage, which is don't find the person that like that you love, that you're gonna love more than he's gonna love you. Make sure you find someone that loves you more than you love them. At least that way you can be in control, right?
Yeah.
And if you see something wrong in him, try to look at what you like, not what you don't like.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say, for example, if he's shorter, and that's a big thing with ladies, they want always a taller guy, right? Don't focus on his height. Focus on maybe he's handsome.
Yeah.
Look at his face. Don't look at how tall he is. Stop talking about it. Stop thinking
Exactly.
it.
Like
Oh,
that's
he's
not.
taller than this. He's shorter than. Oh my God, he's shorter than my brother. Like, stop
Yeah.
it because it's law of attraction. Just focus on the good things, and then the bad things will fade away.
Absolutely. No, you're 100% right. We
Yeah.
need, and it's so hard, and I understand that, but just listen to Ebraheem. Like he knows what he's talking
Yeah.
about.
Come to me. I'll help you.
Okay, so you said you have 3 mantras, like
Oh
3
yeah.
that you.
So one of them was that one. We always go off topic. I have ADHD. So the second thing was, give your fellow brother or sister 77 excuses before you accuse them. This is giving benefit of the doubt to people. I love this one. This is the most amazing one. This is the epitome of positivity. This is how I live my
100%.
life. This is how you see me smiling. This is the cure of my beautiful skin. This is my energy. This is everything. I tell you, let's give an example, okay? You wake up in the morning and you don't find something of yours and you say, oh shit, my sister took it.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing gonna come in your head is like, she always does this. She does it on purpose. She's a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
No. Say that maybe she likes it so much. She really wanted it. She had to use it. She had a job interview. It's the only thing that made her success. You can give her so many excuses. By the second or the third excuse, you've already forgiven her. That would have saved a big fight that you would have had with her.
Yeah.
Imagine you're going to go yell at her. She's going to yell back. Your mom's going to get involved. Everyone in the house is going to get upset because you're neck and neck. Your mom is upset. Your father starts fighting with your mom saying, why are your daughters fighting? What are they fighting over? It could have been easily prevented by giving her an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Get into the car. You're going to work. Someone cuts you off. Now you have one of 2 things. You let them go or you go after them and you ruin your day.
Yeah.
When you first give him the first excuse, you've already let him pass you when you give him the first excuse. He said, maybe he's in a hurry. Maybe he has an emergency. Maybe he's going through a heart attack. You don't know what he's going through. But if your excuse that you're giving him is true or not true, you made your heart better by giving him the excuse.
Yeah.
You've saved your life possibly, because road rage leads to deaths.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You've also protected your energy, your mood, everything.
Yeah.
So don't let things get to you. Now, when someone keeps on, if you have a neighbor who cuts you off every single day, that's a different story.
Mm-hmm.
Habibi, that in that time, you go knock on a door, you say, listen, it's either me or you in this world. Choose your bad. Choose. But I'm saying, if it's a random person that, let's say, oh, they almost took my life. So if they almost took your life, you're going to put your life in risk again? I was driving, I had my daughter, and I almost crashed. You think you're going to fix him?
Yeah, the logic isn't logicking.
Do you really think you're going to fix him? And you're going to put your daughter again in a risk because you're going to want to chase? He might have a concealed weapon.
Yeah, no, that's a really healthy mindset. More people need to implement that.
Oh my
into their
God, I
lives.
need to go on Fox TV or whatever, like CNN or something, and tell this to everyone. Like, guys,
Yeah.
seriously, like, you don't have to you don't have to be a certain religion to follow it. You do not have to be Muslim to learn from Islam. You don't have to be Christian to learn from Christianity. And you don't have to be Jewish to learn from Judaism.
100%.
You don't have to be Hindu to learn from Hindus. Some of them have really nice things. Like, I know, like, with the Palestinian thing, people are like, oh no, why would you say that? Like, I learned that in the Jewish religion, that the Jews wear the kippah, so that way they always know that God's watching them.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know that, but that's beautiful. Like,
it's beautiful to like,
meaningful to them.
I mean, Muslims also wear the Muslim hat thing, but I don't know.
I mean, sometimes I stop and think, and I'm like, I'm sure there are things we do that people just, to them, because they don't understand enough or know enough, they might think is off or weird at first. So it's always good
because we're all too busy fighting for what we believe in or what we feel, and we forget to reconnect. We forget to, like, wait, we're both humans.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, I don't know, the word Palestine hurts me every time I hear it, because it's like 75 years and we're just going backwards and backwards and backwards. We're never going forward. And it's like, I never lost hope, but I just don't know which direction we need to go in.
Yeah, I think a lot of us just feel really lost at this point, because
lost and broken,
but not giving up hope.
But honest something, I don't like people. Some people might be like, oh, well, the captives and that. Well, I want the captives to go home.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't want to see. Something like.
I mean, honestly, I think about those families as well.
I cried when I seen the children, Palestinian children. But there was one video when it was the lady and her two kids, the Israeli lady with her two children
that died.
I don't know if, but before they died, when they were getting captive, there was a video of them. She was like, but I did hear one guy there saying in Arabic, treat them good. We're not gonna treat them like they treat us.
Yes.
But I was upset just to see the fear in that lady's face.
Right, and with her children
and with her children.
Yeah, no, as a mother.
So for me, I don't. Like, I felt for that lady, for that Jewish lady, I felt exactly what I felt for the Muslim lady being killed.
Because you are a Muslim.
Yeah.
And you are taught to have empathy.
And my empathy was 100%. Did it make me hate Hamas? Absolutely. But I don't ever speak on Hamas, or I never speak about the IDF, because I don't trust any of them. I don't know what's what. All I care about is the innocent Muslim children, Palestinian children, Christian children, Jewish children, all children.
Right.
I care about humanity.
Yeah.
And obviously one is more powerful than the other. And obviously one is oppressing the other.
Yeah, it's clear
I have to be clear about that.
It's clear as day.
It's clear as day, and none of us can deny that. And to me, it reaches the fact that enough is enough. How many people have to die for this land? Like, is it that valuable? There's so much land everywhere. Like, can't they go find another land somewhere else?
Yeah, like
Palestinians are not leaving.
They're not. They haven't left yet.
And they're reproducing, and they're never gonna leave.
And they're never gonna leave.
They're never gonna leave. And Jews, Israelis, they don't want to leave either. But how can they, like? It's just, it's easy for it to say it's complicated. It's more than complicated. It's a catastrophe.
It's a catastrophe, yeah, at this point, because it's gotten to a point that none of us, I think,
It's
ever
affecting us here,
foresaw.
though. Like, I tried to give him excuses. It's not. This. Not this. I tried to give him 77 excuses. Didn't work. But,
You
but
don't deserve them 77.
no. I reached to 77. I'm like, can I get 78? Like, it's not working. There's no excuse for killing. That's just no. I can't give you an excuse for that. Sorry.
There's no excuse.
And that's why, and I told you, that's why I speak up for it, because I couldn't give you an excuse for it. I tried.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for killing an innocent person. There's not.
Because ironically, there are people that will give you a million excuses of why they do think. There are people on this earth that exist that will give you excuses of why they do think those children should be bombed or should be murdered.
It's
and
too much.
unfortunately, we do live in a society that has that mentality spread out somewhere.
Yeah.
And so your voice, and so many like you, but your voice is so important, especially right now.
100%.
And that's something I will always like root for you, and I will always like have your back and like support you because of that, because you're so successful before a reality show. You go on this like historical first ever Arab reality show on Netflix, become even more successful, kill it. Like, you're just like, you nailed this whole reality TV thing like 100%. And then with all of the accomplishments you've accumulated, still continue to just spread the word of Palestinian solidarity, speak up for the voiceless. Not many people are willing to risk that. Not many people are willing to do what you do. And to do it is just, it's very admirable.
I think we're being tested. We're all being tested. And, if other people can't do it, then I'm willing to do it. I carried a show on my back. No one wants to take the risk of doing drama. I did it. And I'm taking the risk of standing up for the innocent, because we all know who's in power and what can happen to us. But I don't care. I'm only afraid of God. I'm not afraid of anyone else. If it's my time to leave, it's my time to leave. And I just always want to be remembered as the big brother who did the right thing.
And that's how you will be remembered,
Yeah,
inshallah.
that's all I want. I want to be the good son who respected his mom and his father, and the boss that was good to his employees, and the big brother that spoke up when he had to speak up. I am not doing this for likes. I am not doing this for social media. We all know who was at one point, because it was a trend for some of them back then, and they're silent now.
Yeah.
All those people on social media who are like Palestine, putting it in their DP, whatever, they're all silent now. I don't know why, but anyways, I'm gonna give them an excuse that maybe they have more important things that they think is more important. And if they're quiet, then I'm gonna talk on their behalf also. No problem. I even have a platform. If anyone that wants to say something that they can't say it themselves, send it to me. I'll say it for you.
That's amazing.
As long as it doesn't have any type of hatred towards anyone, because I don't believe in hatred.
Of course. And I mean, and that's good that you bring that up, because you can wholeheartedly
do you know anyone who can get me a meeting with Netanyahu?
Oh boy, brother, if I did,
I need to have a word with him.
I think we all need to have a word with him.
Like,
BB.
Stop it.
Stop.
Take your wife home. Make her happy. I know she wants to divorce you, but enough is enough.
He must hate himself.
Well,
like, you have to hate yourself. You have to hate yourself to be like,
I don't know,
so mean to people.
He's probably the only person that I see on TV that I can see into his eyes. I see this evilness. Like,
it's like pure evil.
Like, Trump, you don't see that evilness. Like, you see, like, he's a bit like wild, but you don't see that evilness. Like, I look at Trump sometimes and I'm like, I don't see that he's evil. I think he's really trying to do good for America, but I think he doesn't really have the say so.
Do you think so?
I know so.
Well, I don't think any U.S. president ever has the say so.
Come on.
But I think he likes a good sound bite, and I think
I think he's enjoying I think he's enjoying his role as the president.
Yeah, he enjoys the power.
Yeah, but I do think that he is smart in some things as a businessman. I'm a businessman. I see that side of him.
Yeah.
And I do think he does do some right for America, but I think he's being dramatic at the moment. So basically, when in a business, when something doesn't work, you come in and you fire everyone. You start from zero. That's what he's doing. He's resetting all the systems in America, because America's outdated.
He's resetting all of the Constitution at this point.
America has been really lacking when it comes to protecting its borders. I think the reason why the crime has went up is because there's a lot of illegal people here that have entered without fingerprints. That's why the crime has reached, and I think he wants to stop that. And as much as I'm gonna get for this, I do agree with him on some of his policies, not everything. So chill. But I do see some aspect of why he's making everything dramatic, and I do think he also does a lot of things, like especially with the turf war currently. I think he just wants to scare, because America was getting bad deals when it comes to the international market. Like America was not charging people the amount like what people charge now. Like think about Morocco, there's like 300% tax to import anything into Morocco, right? Other countries as well, like also in Jordan's import tax on cars is crazy.
Really?
But they don't manufacture cars, so why is that tax there? Why is the government making that money?
Right.
You know what I mean? So the US doesn't have that. Anyone can ship anything to the US. They don't have to pay those type of taxes. Never.
Yeah.
That's why the America has a big consuming market. That's why we get things at a cheaper price. But Trump said, listen, if you guys are benefiting from us, we should benefit from you.
Right.
And that's why the turf war happened. So I'm sorry, but Trump is not all that bad. But he's also all not that good either.
Okay.
It is what you get. And you guys voted for him, so deal with him.
He's what we have right now.
I mean, he was better than Biden.
Oh my God. Like
Biden couldn't even ride a bike. I mean, that's the basics of children behavior. Ride a
Biden
bike.
was signing off on a genocide. I mean, like, and
No, Biden, when he's talking, he's just like, when he would talk, I'll be just like, let the man sleep.
yeah.
He wanted a nap.
Papa needed a nap.
Papa needed a nap, and he needed like his prunes so he can go poop. Like,
I mean, maybe if the man just went to the bathroom, we would
If
have
he took a
been
shit,
in
he
a
won't be
better
full of
place
shit,
now.
right?
Yeah, we would have
Yeah.
been in a better place. Get that man some prune juice.
No, but one of the presidents that I do miss is Bill Clinton.
No, that was a show.
That was a show.
That was.
I mean, let him. They were talking about what he like. I don't give
that
a
was,
shit what he did with
that
Monica.
was not my business.
That was not my business.
I
mean,
did not.
She can suck whatever she want to do, but
Not my business.
We should not even know about that.
No, I didn't need to know.
Why did we have to know about that?
I was a child and I knew about this. Like it was
Exactly.
just it was everywhere.
I told my mom, like, Mom, what does that mean? Like, I don't understand. Like, no one should have known about that.
No, that was
it's
ridiculous.
irrelevant.
It was ridiculous.
But he was doing everything. Do you remember the malls in the 90s?
Yeah, grew up in
Like,
the mall.
I watch videos from the malls from the 90s and I want to cry. Like, going in the food court and sampling stuff.
Yeah.
And
And we had like we had like the stores that sold CDs. Spencer's. And then I remember like when the Backstreet Boys CD would
pretzels.
Oh my God. And like, like we had CDs and I remember like the Backstreet Boys CD came out. Like
I think I'm a little bit older than you. We had cassettes.
How old are you?
How old are you?
37.
Oh, we are the same age.
Are we?
Yeah.
I just turned 37 in
Same.
February.
January.
Oh my God. Yeah.
We're the same age.
We're the
You're
same
88?
age. Huh? I thought you were younger than me, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. You look young too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Third mantra. Before you
What?
forget. Your third mantra. We keep getting sidetracked. You
What's
said
third
you have
mantra?
3.
Oh yeah. Why? What is wrong with us? The third thing is also, it's very similar to the second one,
Okay.
which is choose your battles wisely.
Yes.
That's not from the religion, but
Oh
that's
my
just from
God,
me.
yes.
So not everything you can fight it.
Not everything.
Like, mama, chill.
Yeah.
That also goes with a marriage. Like, your husband, like maybe he's very close to his family. That's a good let it go.
Yeah.
But let's say what's a red line is, okay, you cannot have a girl that's a friend. That can be a red line, for example.
It is. That is a red line.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I mean, as long as obviously there's nothing.
Yeah, but you cannot say,
reason.
oh, you can't hang out with your friend and your friend's wife. You gotta choose it wisely. See,
Yeah.
this is okay, that's not okay.
Right. It has to make sense. No, you're absolutely right.
You gotta be fair also.
And it does come into play in marriage. And
Yeah.
I will be the first to admit, it took me a while to learn that. And once I did,
Exactly.
alhamdulillah, like I felt like just so many things got easier. So
yeah,
I
you can't fight everything.
You can't.
And
You can't.
you can't always have your way either.
No.
You gotta. It's a win-win.
It's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
a big one. It's like those big fat vitamins that it's like
Like it's stuck, you're like water.
it's stuck.
Water,
more water, and it's
more
still
water.
there. Yeah.
What makes a brand or a product successful? Like what's that?
Me.
Ebraheem, we can't all have you though. Like
Yeah,
we
you
can't all.
I'm for sale.
Are you?
You wanna take me home?
I'll take you home. I'm right down the street. Let's go.
What makes a successful brand is an original concept,
Okay.
passion, a lot of passion, like a lot of passion. So what I mean passion is like, don't do business just because you think that that will make money, but also do it that you know that you're going to be good at it. You know, we're human nature is good at what we do best. So if you look at what's funny in the Middle East, there's a lot of the last names are based on what their family used to do. So Al Haddad, Al
Yeah.
Najjar, Al Laham, these are all like, you know, names that their ancestors used to do it, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So that just the gene in us of family is always that you're good at what your family does best. Like
Right.
that's why you see a lot of businesses is passed on by generation. You might find out in your history, like 200 years ago, that you know someone in your family did something that you like doing, right?
Right.
So doing what you like is very important. It's very important because work becomes fun and you want to go do it. You come with a
Yeah.
positive energy and you want to achieve. But if you don't like what you're doing, how much you gonna stand? 1 year, 2 year, 3 year? Why you see people always changing jobs? Because they don't like what they're doing and they
Yeah.
don't know what they want, you know? So I see someone who's switching jobs a lot. That's a character that is supposed to be a follower, not a leader, not a follower. So if you
That's
see
good
someone that
point.
cannot keep a job like one year and they're done, that means they just can't obey. So they should be having their own business.
That's so true. There is someone that I follow that I admire a lot. Like
Me,
obviously
thank you,
but I kind of already researched you, so I already know.
thank you.
Yeah. But there's a girl that I follow, and I thought like her career was so interesting and like niche and like unique to her. And I
Mm.
went on her LinkedIn, and I
She was
don't
a
think
hoe.
she was a job hoe because she didn't stay like in
Mm,
one job more than maybe 6 months, maybe 9.
mm,
And I thought that was so interesting that she somehow found success. And maybe, like you said, like she was just meant to have her own thing, meant to be
mm.
a leader, not really meant to work under anyone
100%,
else.
100%.
It's kind of like taking a little bit from each job,
Yes, and
figuring out what
learning
you're good at,
exactly.
learning, and then
Mm-hmm.
putting that
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
towards something. Um, I know I love your hoodie. Look at
It's
that,
from
you guys.
Jackson Market.
Jackson
It was given
Market.
to me. I didn't steal it. They
I
gave
mean,
it to me because I went there. We did the meet and greet there. Were you there?
yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. That's how we
Yeah,
met.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so they gave it to me while I was there, and I liked it because it has a watermelon, and they're just so sweet. I think next time when I come to LA, I'm gonna stay in their Airbnb because I mean I like the hotel I'm staying at now in Beverly Hills, but I do like also homey things,
Yeah.
and I like to support them because they're so sweet for Palestine. Love you guys.
Oh, no, it's a beautiful space.
It is, it
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah, I love it.
Do you remember like when we were there?
Mm-hmm.
When I was there, so we stayed up and like we're there until like 11, right? And then one of the guys, so where they had the backdrop of the Dubai Bling thing,
Yeah.
behind was an Airbnb, right?
Okay.
And this guy came out, this old white American guy came out, and he was going to all the hijabis and telling them, shh, shh,
No.
shh. Yeah,
No
he went up
way.
to Kanafa Queen and told her, shh, shh.
Oh, hell
So
no.
I looked at the security and I told him, I said, get me out of here quickly. And I was like, I wasn't afraid of him. I was afraid of what I'm gonna do
You
to
were
him.
gonna do, yeah.
Because I have this thing where I hate when these like what they call the man version of a Karen. Ken, is it?
No, we love Ken. I
There's a
don't
man
know.
version of a Karen. There's a name for it.
Is it
Tom, is it? I don't know, but there's a man version of a Karen.
Bob? I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, let's call him Bob for now. So this
Okay.
Bob was literally, and you know what? Because I envisionate things,
Mm-hmm.
and what I envisioned that moment, I said to myself, why is he hushing everyone, right? And I was like, if we let's change the diagrammic of that situation.
Okay.
Let's say that it wasn't Muslims that were standing for Palestine in that crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say it was 5 cocktail tables with ladies with mini skirts, sipping on some margaritas, okay, and mingling and with each other.
Yeah.
And they're all white like him. Do you think he would have went around hushing the people?
No.
He would have been embarrassed, right?
Yeah.
So he did it to someone. Why? Because he's racist.
Yeah. And he thinks he can.
And he thinks he can. And I'm so sorry, but this is one thing that I can't fucking stand for. Like
Yeah.
I can't even live here if that's gonna happen to my sisters, to my mom, to my people that I love. Who the fuck do you think you are to do that? Like I'm so sorry.
No.
You do not go up to a woman and put your hand in
No.
her face and shush her
No,
just
absolutely
because you
not.
want to sleep. You shut your mouth and you go into your place and you be quiet.
Yeah. No,
I was
that's
so angry.
disrespectful.
I was like, I need to leave now.
Our hijabi sisters, here in the West and in America, they are the bravest
But
women.
isn't it so sad that hijabis have to go through shit, but an emo devil
Oh
worshiper
yeah.
that is gothic walking around and no one does them shit?
Not even that. I mean, you went to Venice Beach and you've seen you
Half
went,
naked coochies? Yeah, I saw
yeah,
it.
I
They're in my
mean,
hotel. I see people flaunting their asses all the time. And you want to disrespect the lady who decides to cover?
yeah.
Leave the lady alone.
Yeah, she's literally
If she
trying
wants to
to
wear
like
hijab or
avert
niqab, it's
attention from you. Like she's not trying to get
I
your
bet she's
attention.
trying to just not get your attention, and yet
Yeah.
you're like, it's not nice.
No, it's totally
Women should be
disrespectful.
free to wear whatever the hell they
And
want
I
to
think
wear.
the fact that hijabis they have taken this power and it's like I've decided what you can and can't see. I
Mhm.
think that is
It's
intimidating
empowering. You know,
to the
I was
other people.
I was in an iftar dinner. I'm not gonna say where because I don't want that person to be upset for me for bringing this up. But I was in an iftar dinner, and this person was in front of me, which is Muslim, Arab, and they said, not even say it's he or she, they said that their friend in France had to remove the hijab so that way she feels safe. With all due respect, I told her your friend is dumb because the only one protecting us out here is Allah.
Hmm. I do empathize with her though. I
But
mean,
here's the thing: if you
yeah,
don't want to wear hijab, say I don't want to wear hijab. It's not the end of
yeah,
the world.
yeah.
No one forced you to wear it. You can do what you want to do.
That's absolutely
You
true.
can wear hijab. You don't want to wear hijab. You want to wear makeup. You want to wear a short skirt. You want to wear a thong. I don't care what you want to wear.
If it's what you want to do.
Don't go and say I took it off for my safety,
Hmm.
because then you are advocating for other women to take it off.
Yeah, I see that point. I see that. Yeah, and we definitely
You
love
see what I mean?
our hijabi
You
sisters.
see what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's one thing for you to wanna do what you want to do, but do not sit there and give yourself excuses for it.
Yeah.
You do what you want to do. You make yourself happy. No one has the right to judge you, habibti. Do what the hell. You want to be a stripper, you dance. You do what you got to do.
Do what you got to
But
do.
it's one thing to do something and then advocate for it, to bring people to do it too, to make yourself feel better by what you're doing, because you're also not happy about what you did.
Yeah.
You don't, you see, people want, like, people want everyone to do what they do so that way they don't feel bad about it. But you're not going to get that comfort.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to happen because we know what we do is wrong. I know at this moment that this short is too short for me. I'm
Yeah.
not saying it's right. I'm saying that's all I bring with me, and I didn't have a longer one.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing it because I want attention.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. And I know that there's a aura from a man to a man and a woman to a man and woman to woman. I know all this, right? Our religion is very complex, and it's, you follow it, if you want to follow it correctly, it's like walking on a string. But it's one thing to do what you want to do, and it's one thing to advocate against it. And
Absolutely. No, I definitely see that. Yeah.
by saying I want to feel safe, Habibti, you are the safest when you're wearing hijab. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
If I ever see in the street hijabi in trouble and I don't know her, I'm gonna give her my life. I'll take a bullet for her because
Yeah.
I feel that's my sister.
Of course.
If you're not wearing hijab, I don't know if you're from my people or not. You look like any Spanish girl.
Oh.
Now I would help,
Yeah.
but I will help more if I see it because I
Obviously.
know that she's alone
No,
and she needs my help.
absolutely. Even like I don't wear hijab when we are out and like I see a hijab, like we were in Mexico the other day, I saw a hijabi mom like with her family and I lit up. Like obviously I'm gonna say hi. Like, you know, because it's like she's the only one here and
Don't you feel comfortable when you see
I feel
one?
comfortable and I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to make her comfortable because no one else is wearing
Oh,
hijab.
you're sweet.
Like, yeah.
You know what I call you?
Hmm.
You are a hijabi to be.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you
inshallah.
are. Like, I see that in the next few years, you're probably going to decide to wear it.
Oh, thank
And then we got to
you.
do a hijab party for you.
Oh my God, I
One of
love
my
that.
most emotional videos is when I see hijabis becoming hijabis
Mm-hmm.
and their entire family crying, and the father, especially when the father cries, because some fathers, some of them, that's the most like beautiful thing for them that they want.
Yeah.
Some really don't care, and that's
Yeah.
okay because everyone's different. But just seeing an old man cry because his daughter's wearing hijab, and it's probably something that he wanted for like 20 years, but he didn't want to say it because he didn't want to
Yeah,
force her to do it because he
right.
wanted her to do it from her heart.
Exactly.
And it happened actually in my family. So my sister, this is why it's emotional, because it relates to me, it comes
Yeah.
back to me. That's why I'm emotional about it. My dad has So we have 3 sisters and 5 brothers. 2 of my sisters was from my mom's previous marriage, right? So they're not it's not my dad's daughters. My dad has only one daughter, which is my sister, my younger sister.
Okay.
So my dad knows that my mom's a hijabi and my older sisters were hijabis. So he told my sister, don't wear hijab.
The little one.
The little one.
Oh.
Don't wear it. I don't want you to wear it. And on her 11th birthday, she comes down the stairs wearing the hijab.
Oh my gosh.
Surprised us on her. We surprising her for her birthday. She surprised us with a hijab.
Oh, that's so
My
sweet.
dad broke down in tears and his legs were shaken so much that we had to make him sit down. And we said, Baba, why are you crying? She told him, Baba, why are you crying? You don't like it? He said, Habibti, I loved it. But I told you not to wear it because I wanted to show the world that it came from you and not from me.
Oh,
And she's wearing it ever since.
that's amazing. How old is she now?
Maryam is 29 maybe?
Okay, so she's like the baby of
30,
the family.
30.
Okay,
Yeah, 30.
that's amazing. So from
Yeah.
11 to 30, and she's still rocking the hijab.
Rocking the hijab. She's a hijabi. She does a little fashiony thing. She doesn't wear pants. She wears like, a little fashion. And I think, honestly, I see a lot of modesty and beauty in the hijab.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's very beautiful. And a
not
lot
those
of...
ones that be showing their edges though. That's like just like a convertible hijab. But anyways,
Oh,
if they like it, let them wear it.
Exactly. I mean, especially here in the States, I'm like, however you wear it, if you are wearing it like
You want to wear it
more
as a hat? I don't care.
I support you
I
because
respect
that's
you anyway.
a struggle, and
Exactly.
I respect
but I love
it.
the hijabis who wear the hijab with short sleeves. That one's fine.
I haven't seen that.
I love it. I'm like, Habibi, you got the hijab wrong.
I have not seen that one. That's different. What is your message to other people? You have a huge platform, mashallah, and to use it,
it's growing also,
and it's growing, and inshallah it's going to keep growing,
inshallah,
and your business has grown,
alhamdulillah,
even with your advocacy for Palestine.
Yeah, I lost some people, but I gained more and better ones. So it's basically when the mountain shakes, the loose rocks fall.
And
so
we don't
the
want
mountain
those
is
loose
stronger.
rocks. Yeah. What is your message to those that are not using their platforms and in order to speak up for Palestine?
So a lot of my friends that I spoke to that were not using their platforms, they told me like, Ebraheem, we worry about the brand deals and stuff like that. And I told them, I was like, you're talking about your rizq? They're like, yeah, our rizq. I'm like, your rizq comes from Allah, not from brands. Why don't you be your own brand? Why you have to be a peasant of another person's brand? Why do you have to beg people for their money? Why can't you? Like, yeah, but we're not as smart as you. I'm like, you can be. My brain is not built any other different than your brain.
Yeah, but I feel like also, mashallah, like Allah continues to give.
Something like my brother's just is going through a divorce with his wife, and his wife asked me to help them and to like do what I can, and I'm doing the best
reconcile.
I can. No, to help them in a better position with the children and everything, because they had to. Anyways, it's a long story, but I've been devoting a lot of my time and resources for the family. And honestly, during that period of time of me giving back to them, I've gotten the most brand deals that I got in 1 week.
Mashallah, yeah.
And I tell people, I'm like, when you give, like if it's a donation or whatever, your time or even your voice, giving is also your voice.
Mm-hmm.
You give any of that, Allah will give you more.
Absolutely.
And Allah will protect you.
I stand by that too.
The day that you're supposed to die, Allah knows it.
Mm-hmm.
How much money you're going to make, Allah knows it. So the only person you have to praise, and by the way, this also goes, don't think that I'm just speaking Islamically, I'm also speaking for Christians and Jews as well. And Jews know this. That the better things you do for people, you'll get it back. And don't tell me karma, because I don't believe in karma, I believe in God. If you're Muslim, Christian, or Jewish, I believe in God. God will give you more when you give more. When you do good, you do good. When you do bad, you get it back. Simple.
It's very simple.
If you don't want to use your platforms, no problem. But understand that your silence today will cost the world its freedom tomorrow. Today it's them, and tomorrow it's us. If we can allow governments to innocently massacre people, then we're telling the rest of the governments around the world that you can do it to others, and you can do it to us. If you want to protect if you want to protect your children and your grandchildren, then you should speak, because when we speak as a community, they listen. That's it.
100%. Let's just wrap up with some rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
Okay. Do you have a favorite American reality show that you watched growing up? We kind of touched on it earlier.
Jerry Springer. No, I'm joking.
Oh, that was it.
That was hilarious. It was all. I think that was scripted. It wasn't real.
Yeah. And I think a documentary came out about it on
Mm-mm.
Netflix
No,
too.
not really. I don't really like any reality show,
Yeah.
honestly, to be honest. Even Kardashians, I didn't like it too much.
Yeah, I didn't. I remember like really early
It just, I
on,
think it was just like, it was burning my brain cells, honestly.
100%. I watched it like when it first came out. I
Yeah.
was also like in
It's just
college
like,
and
I think
then
it's made for people who don't have a life and they want to see other people's life. I'm so sorry, guys. Love you.
Okay, what's something most people don't know about you that you want them to know?
Oh my God, I think they know everything about me. Besides the fact that I have an obsession with people's reactions.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So like I like to like see people in all different reactions. So I enjoy like scaring people,
Oh,
making them
okay.
laugh. I just don't like to see people cry. That's the only reaction I don't. That's kind of like scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I like to see people happy and like laugh and joke. Like
I could see
I'm
that.
obsessed with seeing a reaction. That's why I do random things to see a
Yeah.
reaction. So it's in all my parts of life. It's in when I give my salary, when I give my employees a raise, I like seeing the reaction of happiness. When I give them a gift for their birthday, I like to see when I do something, surprise someone with anything. I like seeing the reaction.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite outfit you've worn on screen? I mean, your outfit's like,
In one of the episodes in season 3, I wear this big cape, and
yes.
basically that cape was made for J Lo in her one of her songs, and it was only made for her, but she couldn't take it with her from Dubai. I don't know where she was going, so I wore it. It's a huge cape that goes for days.
Yeah, I remember that cape.
Yeah,
It was beautiful.
it was iconic. Like I think it should be framed. Like
Mm,
it needs a long
It looked
ceiling.
heavy. Was it really heavy?
It was like I think it's 20 kg.
Wow.
That's how
No,
heavy it
you
was.
you rocked that cape.
Yeah, it was so funny. It was
Yeah.
so dramatic.
It was so dramatic and like it was more dramatic than the
Because I
actual
was actually
event.
coming there. I was coming there. I'm like, I want to be so dramatic because I know Henna was going to be there and me and him have beef.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm like, I need to arrive. And when everyone stops and looked at me, look who's here.
Henna's like such a good husband though.
Pretends to be.
Okay. All right. Favorite Knafa brand?
Obviously, Kanafa Queen.
Obviously
I
Knafa
own my own
Queen.
Kanafa company. It's called Nablus in Dubai.
Okay.
It's really good, but I love Kanafa Queens because it has this like butter that is really like juicy and delicious. I love
It's
it.
really buttery. She brought some for our
There's some in
producer.
here.
Sorry. No, she wasn't able to bring some before the
I've
show.
been having it every day since I've been here.
She told me, she's like, I wish I had dropped some off so you could give to him before.
I
But
love her. She's so sweet. She's so
she's
sweet. I love you, Fatma.
amazing. I love you too.
She's so bubbly.
So bubbly, so community driven,
Generous.
so
Yeah.
generous.
Yeah.
No, she's amazing. Okay. Last question. I always ask this same question to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
In 5 years, inshallah, we're having the same conversation. And I ask you, Ibrahim, what are you working on? What will you tell me?
I don't know why I really said that. In 5 years, I just said Palestine to be free.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, ya Rab. In 5 years, I think I'll be in my desk on one of the best locations in Dubai, probably one of the highest locations, in my creative office, my brand.
Mm-hmm.
That I will be there welcoming people that want to be entrepreneurs just like me, and facilitating and managing and studying and developing things that will change your life and putting them in the driver's seat and managing their own wealth.
That's incredible.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Well Rooted. If you enjoyed today's episode and felt it brought you value, please subscribe, leave a comment, give us a like, and a review. This episode of Well Rooted has been brought to you by Gerard & Associates CPAs. With locations across all of Los Angeles, Gerard & Associates has been helping entrepreneurs and creatives make their dreams come true for over 2 decades. Go to gerardcpa.com to learn more. This is Haneen, and we are all well rooted.